Om Sona Bhagavatu. Om Sona Bhagavatu. Sanya Bhunaktu. Sanya Bhunaktu. Sabrija Prabhavai. Sabrija Prabhavai. Tejaswana Bhuvitamastu. Tejaswana Bhuvitamastu. Ma Vidyasa Bhoye. Ma Vidyasa Bhoye. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. 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 Shanti.
One of the unfinished tasks in our planet from the days of origin of human civilization has been the problem of hunger. In fact, the Roman philosopher said, Seneca 2000 years ago, that a hungry person listens neither to reason nor to religion, but he wants food today. It is now clear, where hunger rules, peace cannot prevail. In a country like us, for example, in India, we have conservatively nearly 25% of children, women and men are undernourished, and some of them are badly malnourished. International Food Policy Research Institute Hunger Index still shows India in a very poor position. The latest Human Development Report of the United Nations also shows us 135 position, which has not changed. My question is, why is this dilemma? Why is this enigma of too many ideas, too many projects, too many approaches, at the same time stagnation in the figures relating to hunger? Agriculture, including crops, animals, fishes, forestry, and agribusiness, is the oldest profession of humankind. Now, this is the predominant occupation of nearly 2/3 of India who live in rural India. Now, how can agriculture contribute to overcoming, to meeting the Zero Hunger Challenge? This was the major purpose of a program called Leveraging Agriculture for Nutrition in South Asia, sponsored by the Department of International Development of the United Kingdom. Agriculture consists of a series of what we call farming system. Where there is no water island farming system like jowar, bajra, many of our dryland crops as we call them. Where there is irrigation, there may be paddy, rice or wheat and many other crops. And where there is a lot of water, there can be rice and fish, a fish rotation. And animals, livestock and livelihoods in India are always related. Cows or buffaloes, they have been chosen as companions because they are ruminating animals. Now, using all this farming system as a basis, I felt here is a wonderful opportunity where nearly 60% of India's population, this is the occupation of 60% of India's population, a majority of small farmers, a majority of family farmers. And 2014 is the International Year of Family Farming. And how do we really use family farming as a means of overcoming family malnutrition? This is the challenge. I conceived the idea of farming system for nutrition only because it is probably the most effective, most economical method of overcoming both at a household level, at the village level, at the national level. This is what the FSN farming system for nutrition. You mainstream nutritional dimension in the design of the farming system. A farming system is one which is already being adopted by the farmer. So in this FSN, our first task is to increase the productivity of small farms on an ecologically sustainable basis. So to sum up then, the whole FSN philosophy, farming system for nutrition, means finding agricultural remedies for nutritional maladies. So you require two things. One is, what is nutritional malady? What is the problem? Is it it's only micronutrient deficiency, or is that person undernourished? Because undernourishment itself can be the mother of malnutrition.
Maus Honda खाइबाय पिलाटे स्कुले से डाली तरकारी बला दिन के मूंग आई गटला दिन मूंग रांधबू गटला दिन कुंडरी प्याज आलू बचा करबू तो ना जाने
There was a report of the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, which said that the countries which are more dependent on agriculture, the malnutrition extent is more prevalent on them. So essentially there is a link between the agriculture and nutrition, the way the people take the type of food they consume, I think more predominantly on the calorie consumption, focusing on the cereals, without any adequate balanced diet which includes vegetables, fruits and other things. Two regions which are selected for demonstrating these studies. One is Vidarbha, which is a farmers' distress region which are having a completely rain-fed agriculture, and some type of a commercial cultivation of cotton and soybean is going on in those areas. Similarly in Koraput, which is a much more tribal regions, they have several land races, cultivars, varieties of cultivated rice and millets and pulses.
लेट है दाड़ी रुआ पुणी बाट मिस दाड़ी गोटे यूरिया बोलिक ना ये सीटा मन देला आम यूरिया देवाटा आगे देलु कि ना सीटा बेसी खर्च होता लांसा आम काम कर वर्ष केला गोटे यूरिया बोलिक से ये पाइप कराटा ना पूरा देवा यदि चाप चाप गले गोटे गोटे बाहर सीटा के चार्टा गच के गोटे एड़ीटा गोटिका पड़ता ना ये आमर बीच बाटा बोले सब पानी धोई नहीं जाइए अधिका जानलु आरी चाष केनता कले केनता इस बोली सब शिखलु आरी.
The focus which we are trying to do is how to integrate the develop a concept which Dr. Swaminathan has proposed, what we call the farming system for nutrition. So essentially work with the community, work with the farming community, work with the system, and also in partnership with the local universities, institutions, look for which are the varieties which are high in micronutrient content and how do the farmers take it of these varieties.
On-farm crop demonstrations, both crops as well as nutrition gardens, cultivating fruits and vegetables to bring in a certain amount of sensitization among the community and as we build our rapport with them. Both Koraput and Wardha, where we are implementing this, piloting this initiative, technology and stakeholder platforms of members have been constituted to leverage what Professor Swaminathan calls knowledge and intervention partnerships. Basically what we are trying to do under the Farming System for Nutrition initiative is to demonstrate the feasibility of pro-nutrition agriculture intervention. And so the starting point for this, once we had selected the villages, was to understand the prevailing situation, ground situation there in terms of the agriculture being practiced, the food habits of the people and the nutrition status, because we want to show what change can happen or through these interventions. First year has been on detailed baseline surveys to capture information on the socio-economic profile, occupational pattern, the cropping pattern in these villages, the nutrition status of the population, of all members of the household, right from infants to adolescent, girls, women and men. We are in fact even going into diet survey based on 24-hour recall to find the intra-household distribution of food, looking at the food-free consumption of different types of foods in different seasons, and also measuring by the biochemical parameters. We'll be testing blood sample for the levels of hemoglobin in women and adolescent girls and children, as well as the vitamin A levels in children in the 0 to 5 age group, because this is where we expect that we can show change as a result of the interventions. Parallel to these processes which are happening on the ground, there is also the need to be constantly in communication with the decision makers, the policy makers, to make them aware of what we are trying, and to that end constantly try to maintain liaison with the government officials at the district level, the district collector, and also above at the at the state level in terms of reaching out to the agriculture department, the women and child department. Whatever recommendations emerged from the meeting, the government would be willing to take it forward, because what was important was the need to sustain the initiative and also look at means of upscaling it.
In a predominantly agricultural country like India, agriculture is both the cause and the cure for the problem of malnutrition. So essentially, FSN, farming system for nutrition, involves understanding what that farming system requires to be augmented with in the terms of nutrition. Secondly, identify those crops or those varieties, whether biofortified varieties, naturally occurring biofortified crops like moringa, identify them in an agroforestry system and introduce them. Thirdly, promote some nutrition literacy at the household level. I believe that we must again ask ourselves honestly, why from the days of Seneca, or in our country from the days of Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "To the hungry God is bread," in 1946, in spite of all our conviction, in spite of all our speeches, in spite of all our scientific research, we still have rather frightening figures of malnutrition, undernutrition. The time has come for us to think hard on it and go back to the roots. Going back to the farming system, which is the major occupation of the country, agriculture, is the best method of attacking the problem at its roots. By attacking the problem at its roots, I am confident that for the first time, the challenge of zero hunger by 2025 can be met.
Gana kai bhatari nani daruya le bhatari ga